What's up guys? So today we're actually going to be talking about a new Brown Dust game mode, and that's always very exciting for me. So we're going to be talking about the Conquest mode, which is a new guild versus guild content which recently hit the global servers. So a total of 3 guilds will be playing against each other, and this will be happening in the new space called the Sky Islands, and it's very overwhelming at the start, especially for the guild masters. Even me, when I was reviewing this in Korea, it was very confusing, but there will be an NPC who will guide you through all of this. So Spetty is a new character who will guide you through these Sky Islands. So this game mode is actually extremely important because it is another source of ancient coins. Rank 1 will receive 100 ancient coins, Rank 2 will receive 90 ancient coins, Rank 3 will receive 85, and so on and so forth. You'll also be able to receive a generous amount of diamonds from this game mode. And take note that Conquest mode is also a chance for weaker guilds to defeat stronger guilds, since 1v1v1s can essentially be 2v1s. In Conquest mode, you can choose 10 or 20 guildmates who will participate before the occupation. Guild leaders can only appoint 1 to 3 commanders. So the members you choose for the game mode are essentially the pawn for the commanders. So you will have 10 to 20 pawns with formations they have previously set up, and then these pawns are what you will be using to fight other guilds. So if you don't appoint at least one commander, you will not be able to join the Conquest mode. And keep in mind that the Conquest mode is a bit harder than the normal Guild Wars because there's a bit of politics involved with the guilds you are fighting, since there are 3 guilds, and it also requires active participation when it's up. Unlike Guild Wars, however, the formation you set up will be used for both attack and defense. But like the existing Guild Wars, it will be in 2-week seasons, which will take a total of 4 capture battles. Conquest mode happens every Wednesday and Saturday from 12 noon to 12 midnight, so it might be helpful if you have commanders from different regions. For example, my guild, Dranglik, has several members from both Asia and Europe, so we can take one commander from each region so that it becomes more convenient for us. Another thing that might help you thrive in this game mode is having alliances with other guilds, which effectively turns 1v1v1s into 2v1s. For example, Dranglik already has an alliance with Exodus and Dragon Cove, meaning that if we do meet Exodus and Silverwing, we could work together to defeat Silverwing first before fighting each other. There will also be a chat accessible to all 3 guilds, but we will talk about that a bit later on. Okay, back to the Conquest mechanics. When the battle begins, each guild is placed at a random starting point among 3 starting points. From the starting point, participants can participate and capture their chosen terrain by consuming their own capture attempts. You can only attempt to capture adjacent terrain within one space of your terrain, so you can't just capture whatever terrain you want, especially since there will be a fog of war. We'll talk about that a bit later as well. The number of attempts is updated 4 times before the capture, and the number of capture attempts that have not been used before the update is lost. The number of captures reset at round 1, round 2, round 7, and round 12. The rounds start at 12 noon for Wednesdays and Saturdays and will end at 12 midnight. That's 1 round per hour. At the end of each round, the total terrain you've captured will be turned into capture points. Millstone altars, which are part of the terrain, cannot be captured directly. So if you want to capture the Millstone altars, you have to conquer the adjacent tiles around it. This should be the general goal for the characters for the guilds, because capturing this will give you a lot more points than normal terrain. Information before the capture is displayed on the right side of the screen, and the information displayed are first of all the rank, the number of occupied terrain, the number of occupied mana stone altars or captured points, the guild name, and the number of members who are looking at the screen before the occupation. So that's pretty neat because you will know how many of your guildmates are actually rooting for you, and they could even cheer you on in Discord or something similar. The battle begins with the defensive lineup starting first. If you win the battle, you will remove your defensive formation and immediately take control of the enemy terrain. If you press start battle, you won't be able to see a typical Browndust fight. What shows up is instead there will just be an auto battle, so you will either just see a win or a lose sign. If you want to replay the battle though, there is an option that allows you to replay. So in the first 6 rounds, the fog of war is created. While the fog is created, you can only see one space away from your control. The fog disappears as soon as the second half begins. So round 1 to 6 is the first half and round 7 to 12 is the second half. Warp zones are active during the second half. Anyone can use the warp to capture or attack adjacent terrain. Commanders can use flags to mark terrain. So each guild will have 5 flags which can be distributed among the commanders. You can freely use them or recover them whenever you want within the count. All terrain is instantly shielded, creating a shield for 20 minutes, making it impossible to attack. However, using 2 captures will remove the shield and allow you to capture or attack at the same time. Before the second half, you can use your own negotiator. So this is one of the things I like about this game mode. Each guild will be able to assign a guild member to talk to the enemy guilds. The goal is to negotiate for rank 1 or rank 2 by teaming up against one of the other guilds. So at this point, it's a 2v1. So I will attach the end of the season rewards here so you guys can set realistic goals for your guilds. I hope this video was able to help. I know it still might be confusing to a lot of you. It's because this game mode is just very complex and I tried to simplify it as much as I can. I also did try to avoid some points which I feel like are unnecessary or just easy to learn. So yeah, if you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to access my content early or just have exclusive Octo or Devil badges beside your name, consider joining my channel. You can join the channel by clicking on the join button below. So that's about it for this video guys, and thanks for watching.